Welcome back, everybody, to another edition, I guess, of our Elden Ring playthrough. So we've made it through the tutorial area and a bit of what appears to be side content. So we're gonna be hopping back in and at least going in the general direction of the main storyline. So we've kind of circled back to the starting point of the open world. And I know that I've probably missed some things from earlier on, but it may also be that we just need to come back to those later. So I think from here we ought to head out. I believe we're going up top here to this castle. But I think the first stop is probably going to be that church. I'm gonna double back real quick because I'm very easily distracted. And this summoning pool is now functional. Oh, okay. So that thing that was near the other boss fight was not... Okay, I thought that was one of those Marika statues, which I thought was really odd that it was next to one of the, grace points. But it was a summoning pool down by the demigod chiefs. Okay. That makes way more sense. And so we were just down here, and we learned about horses and riding up those, which I guess would bring us right back to this point. So, the fact that down there it mentions about horses and gave us the tutorial on it makes me feel like we arrived there a little prematurely. Well, that sounds horrible. They look like some giant bat creatures. Seems like we've got a classic Miyazaki swamp. Okay, I think for my own sanity, I'm gonna head in the direction they want me to here in the beginning a little bit. But I think once we get our bearings a little bit more, get a little bit stronger, maybe we start to venture down that way. But I think I'm gonna stay in this quote-unquote intended path a bit. There's an item over here. I think we'll claim that, and then, I don't know, do we try and take on the horseman? Look at him roll. Rolling, 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 rolling. Alright, so we've got little ruin fragments. And if I can remember correctly, we had proper runes. Okay, so ruin fragments are used for crafting, but they're not placed under crafting materials. Interesting. And then the runes, obviously different types of those play into gaining more runes, which so far we've only been able to spend at merchants. That guy seems so dangerous. Maybe if we kill him, though, we can get his horse. Okay, so we've got 2 crucified, re-crucified people here. Lots of them, actually. Okay, I was wondering with 3 if it was gonna be... Talk to you after I take this point. Wondering if it was gonna be more like a biblical reference type thing. Alright, so we already know about fast travel because of the map. Let's talk to Santa.
You're a tarnished. I can see it. But I can also see that you're not after my throat. Then why not purchase a little something? I am Kale, purveyor of fine goods.
Okay, so this one is a little bit different in that it has like an about telescope. Might not be terrible in a world like this. Enables the practice of item crafting. Okay, so that's like a necessary one. These are expansions, which we already bought one. Flask of Wondrous Physique. Sick. And Waypoint Ruins. I don't want to just go like spending on all of those.
I am of a nomadic people, selling wares as I travel. The land has been tainted by madness since the shattering of the Elden Ring. It's only tarnished like yourself, who keep things from drying up entirely. Let's say you're a very welcome customer. Goodbye. Nice to do business.
You'll need cracked pots or other containers to craft certain items. You will not be able to make more of those than you have containers. Container items will run out with use, but the containers themselves will remain. Okay. At a smithing table, you can spend runes and smithing stones to strengthen your armaments. Somewhere in the lands between, you may meet a blacksmith who can make your armaments even stronger. Okay. So we could upgrade our weapon here. I'm gonna be a little bit hesitant to go straight into upgrading our weapon just because we haven't stumbled across any new weapons yet, and I don't know how far and few between crafting upgrade materials are going to be. Item crafting menu, you can make various items. You can make various items from materials that you find by finding cookbooks. Okay, so you like find recipes. So we have recipes for these. Nail bow and arrow, flesh bow and arrow. So those are all arrows that we can craft. Co-op and hostile summon signs. Feed to torrent. So, okay, so that actually kind of gives away a little bit. So, the horse is Torrent, and Torrent was the horse that lady rode in on. After we died to, like, the first boss fight. So, Torrent, I guess, is to become ours at some point. Just not entirely sure when. See, I'm curious as to what would happen if we tried our hand at this guy. I feel like it can't really go well, but maybe it's like a mini boss type of thing, and we'd get a good item or something from it. Oh, he's just a straight up boss. Okay. Ow. Oh, okay. We do not do a lot of damage to him either. Ah, got baited. Got very baited. Alright, not this time. I'm not a huge fan with this attack of or this weapon of the rolling attack being like a poke. Oh, hip checked. Oh. Not good. So that one attack, we got a decent opening on it. But if you like get behind him, it stops some of the follow-ups. That has a delayed... Dead? Nope. That has a delayed attack to it at the end. Kinda have to keep, like, baiting him into the one sequence that we've figured out, like this. Oh, I like rolled a little bit early, but that's the one that we've seemed to have gotten to a point where we could actually counter him. I'm afraid, though, if I get behind, then I'm gonna get bucked by the horse. That very much so feels like a thing that could happen. Oh. A little bit early. There's the hip check. Whoa! That seems like we've reached phase 2 kind of situation. I don't know, maybe we are supposed to upgrade our weapon here. Yeah. So like 60% health and we've reached a phase 2. Okay, so maybe what we'll do... Well, if I die, I'm not gonna have my... Okay. I say I'm not gonna have my runes, although I could pop some. Because I do have... you know, a few in my inventory. Oh, okay, so on the shield jump attack, I've got to get out to the other side. But I think we can, I mean, it's a slow fight because we don't have high DPS, but I think we can rinse and repeat that quite a bit. I just gotta get back around to where my Gotta get back around to where my runes are. So that's back there. It's interesting the way that they've got bosses just kind of out in the open for some of these things. It's neat. Not everything is just behind a fog wall, nor do we get... But that's the one thing too, is I wonder if you could like trigger him and then run away, because you know, this whole thing took place in the open. Right, like... But that's weird. Why do these respawn? Because they're ruin fragments. They're not runes. Okay. Well, if that's the case that we're not gonna trigger him and we can get these back, then maybe we do a little upgrade. Like I said, I don't want to get too tied to the weapon itself here. I don't think he necessarily has... Yeah. He's got a torch.
Goodbye.
Okay. So, what do we have for upgrade materials? And is there a separate section for those? No. Are they in tools? Bolstering materials. Okay. Reinforce special armaments to +1, +3, +6. Are there specific one up to, and to +1? So there's, you need these guys to get to +1, then you need these guys to get to 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm assuming it goes to 10. I don't know. So maybe we just upgrade. I have a feeling that we'll be able to find some of those later. Spend runes and smithing stones. Strengthen your armor as a +3 at a table, and then you need to find a blacksmith to go the rest of the way. So I guess it doesn't even matter, because we can only go with, you need 2. 2 somber smithing stones to go up. All right, well, so then we're taking him on at this level, but we held up pretty well. Now we know a little bit about phase 2 also, so try and give him the business. Felt like I got like a different, I don't know. I like wasn't prepared for the opening attack compared to the way that we got used to these. Okay, so the roll poke +1 did 99 damage. I'm assuming 2 regular R1s. We're gonna do more? Yeah. So the roll poke is definitely not the way to go. Nor is the hip checking. Yep. Alright, so all of our healing is pretty well gone now. Lovely start to the fight. Yeah, okay, so you can't just like get up in the face or else the horse is gonna check you. I mean, maybe you can kind of get it while he's... How? Okay. A little bit unfriendly on the hitbox there. Yeah, okay. So just like that left-hand side. And I went in on it. I shouldn't have. Okay. Well, let's try and start and, you know, not have to heal. Kinda have to get into a rhythm of the fight and not be, you know, on my final breath right out the gate. Maybe bait him down into the more open area would be a little bit better than trying to fight him in the confines here. Also, I really like that the trees like break away as he barrels through them. Okay. I was wondering if you could like sneak up on him. But I don't know that you can. I'm still a little bit early on that. Alright, getting a little bit laggy. Okay, so that's the side that he hip checks. I don't know if being on shield side he won't. Gotta be careful on that though. Okay, I seem to be able to roll with him on that and give myself an opening. Yep. I can't see because lag. I don't want to have to lower the game to bare bones frame rate. Like, I might have to drop to lowest quality. Just get it back into the open. There's the hip check follow-up. You'd almost think the horse is about to fall over on some of those. I like how our first attempt was like way better than these have gone. Oh, that was a much quicker follow. Okay. Okay then. Well. So if you're closer to the side, it seems like there's a quicker follow-up than when you're behind. Alright, I gotta see. I was thinking we were gonna be good. Wait, why is anti-aliasing? Let's turn anti-aliasing off. And then I think it was saying that you have to go back to the menu in order to get those to take place, so let's just take it back, jump back in. hopefully we don't have to tinker with this too much more. I really don't want to play the game on the lowest of low settings. But it's also the type of thing that, like, I don't really know, and maybe, like, I should just watch the task manager while this is up. I don't know, like, how aggressive this is being with my CPU and GPU, and if, like, the recording is causing any issues. I guess I'll just have to see if CPU or GPU peaks during the fight. Because if it is, then maybe for some of the future videos, I'll have to scale back the quality and maybe just record it at 720p. Alright, so where are my... They're out here. We drug them pretty far. Okay. We just need, like, a stronger start. What I want to know is, can you get any sort of sneak attack on something like this? Or do they just know that you're here? It took the... Never see me coming, right? Well, I don't know that that gave me much. Although it was the equivalent of, like, just over 2 swings connecting, so there's definitely that. I gotta figure out how to punish those. Because this, I can do that. But I don't like being up against these posts. Still getting frame rate drops. Honestly, it would be probably better to just play it at like a locked 30, as much as 60 FPS is the dream. Stuck on the tree. Nope. Ooh. Just barely got it off. So there's the quicker one. Because I was in a little bit different of a spot. Like, it's a quicker one when you're to the side like that instead of behind. Not a fan of the tree. Yep, and then the quicker one. I gotta start getting some of these rolls to be more diagonal. We're also getting pretty close to that phase 2. Oh. Missed. I'm waiting for the shield attacks to start coming out. Being right up on the horse like that, if we're being completely honest. Alright, there it is. Just gonna get one, get out of there. In a great position to take 2 hits on that. Okay, so the shield ones, I want to be dodging away from the shield. Oh no, the poke check missed. So now there's more shield follow-up. Oh. I don't quite know how to deal with the shield yet. Because that's got a really big hitbox, so you've got to like almost dodge into it and get behind him, maybe? I thought I rolled that. Maybe that's a timing thing, but like rolled into him and still got clipped behind. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Okay. So we're definitely working him down. But I don't know what the shield openings are yet. Because the shield hit seems to have a lot of range, so I'm not quite sure if we need to be like running away and then trying to come back in, or what. Because I don't quite seem to have a lot of luck just like rolling into it and trying to get behind. Like the hitbox is very, very big. And I'm stubborn, so we're definitely gonna beat this guy. I'm not gonna like come back to him later, I don't think. Maybe we'll hide in the bushes. He's gonna see me, isn't he? Coming like right at me. Oh? Alright, well. It's one of those things that you can, like, kind of sneak attack to get a little bit of a head start. Okay, so I'm a little bit early on the attack timing on that. Still kind of like the phase 2 Champ Gundyr, like get in too close and he kicks you in the face. You have to like know that it's coming. Okay, so like it's not like the greatest thing, but being up close there and getting the horse to like bait the stand-up, not the worst thing. Early, but okay, that's the punishment to that. That's the punishment to that. Alright, roll it. Now we have our opening to heal. But we're still taking a little bit too much damage early here. There's the shield. Oh, that was close. I haven't quite figured out what to do about that. Because I feel like a lot of times being aggressive and staying close with bosses can be good, but there's also times where you want to kind of stay back and bait particular openings. I wonder if like getting hits on his head when he does that like builds up any sort of stagger. I'm not gonna get greedy on that attack that we roll poke. Like just roll back, get the poke, and kind of get some space. Yeah, like there's gotta be something. If you can get in just to the left, get hits on his face. Just gotta create separation, because I don't know if in phase 2 the horse is gonna do that hip check or not. That's not the same one. A little bit far away, create space. The nice thing is it jumps on a separate button, so I can sprint and roll with minimal issue. Alright, so the way that we're playing, we're getting that attack a lot. I'm not in any rush to mess up, so. Play it slow, find some openings. Okay, so there, okay. That was the attack that we were baiting very early. Just kind of stopped getting behind him. And get out because I don't know about hip checks. Behind trees. Trees are no bueno. Yep, there's the hip check. So. Still gotta play it safe. And then you got shield bash. So, like, doesn't seem great playing that combo anymore in phase 2. At least for me, but outside of that, I don't really know how to get good openings. So. Maybe we keep with it. I feel like that's an attack that we want to punish, but not a lot of like really open area here. Pinched between a little bit of rocks and trees and posts and all sorts of fun stuff. Not really in a good place to try and counter that. Yeah, see, like that, he doesn't have like a long recovery on it though, but he goes down and you can hit his head, and I'm assuming there's more damage to be had there. That one had a longer recovery than the others. Almost didn't roll that because I almost thought that I had proper spacing for it. Alright, so he took that tree down for us, which is nice. Let's get a roll poke and get out. I regret that decision. Pop off. bait this out, get the roll poke and end it. Ooh, it just says enemy felled, so... Golden halberd. Not gonna lie, heart rate's going. Heart rate is going. Okay, so he's just like a... Because I want to say, I didn't actually quite register what it said after we beat the chiefs. So maybe it has something to do with, like, he's a mini boss kind of thing, like an area boss, as opposed to like a main boss. But I'm gonna rest here. I'm gonna take a look at this halberd. I'm assuming we can't wield it. Yeah. Big on damage. Probably fun to two-hand. But we need 14 dex, so we're 1 dex off. Strength we need 20. So 6 strength, 1 dex, and 3 faith to even use it. But we have it. Okay, so it's like essentially kill him for his like boss weapon. All right. Let us continue forth on the path. So there's a trail over there. I don't know. We went to the church. We're going up and to the left, it seems. I might stay off the beaten path here a little bit, just for some exploration. Oh dear. Oh, what are you? Oh, it gets like some sort of riposte animation. But it looks like you have to stay behind them or else they spray some sort of thing. I don't know, it looked like some sort of poison, so... Oh, I was gonna try and get around. Really? I have to fight flying... I have to fight, like, mosquito insect things? Great. Do they attack me, or is it just like a... Or do they just kind of roam around and then... Okay, so those are the great dragonflies. Okay, so they're likely not attacking us? What is that up there? They're more just for the crafting materials. Which we can craft now, but we don't have containers. So it's kind of reminds me Legend of Zelda. Looks like the stuff from the Ring City. Legend of Zelda, where you need to have, you know, the different containers from like the old games in order to, you get bottles. Put either the magic in or potions or capture fairies. All right, so is this a statue then? What be this statue? Guide and gatekeeper for those returning to the roots. Guide and gatekeeper for those returning to the roots? So it's marked on the map. So, okay, so this is the guide of where to go. This is where the graces are pointing. But this is almost in regards to something else. Okay. I'm not entirely sure. We did down there. Down there's done. Oh. So yeah, it doesn't seem like there's fall damage if you're not fighting. I'm assuming it's kind of the same thing that like stamina's not a thing while you're out of combat. So probably similarly, like if you enter combat with something and then you were to fall from such great heights, come down, that then you would die. Alright, so let's explore this little corner down here. There are some enemies over there to the right. This is more so just the cliffside overlooking the beach where we went and fought the samurai and then the weird octopus. But it doesn't seem like there's much going on here. One thing that I was thinking about, because I forgot that there are like, I don't know. It feels like there's some, because of like the statue early on with the, okay. Because of the statue early on, reminds me of Dark Souls 2. Did I walk into the fire there? Okay. Do you want to like get behind him, I guess? The fire has a little bit more range. But Dark Souls 2 has the statues that you can unlock. And so there was the one in the beginning with the fog gate. Well, in that game, in order to unlock the like secret walls, instead of hitting them, I think you pressed like the interact button against them. And so that's one thing that I'm gonna have to start doing as well. Genuinely surprised that the door opens from this side. Doors never open from this side. The Catacombs. Of course. Of course. Catacombs, I've seen a swamp. Some very familiar style of places coming about. Proper death means returning to the Erd tree. Have patience until the time comes and the roots call to you. So the Erd tree is probably the big golden tree. I knew it was a trap. You're like a thrall. Freaking knew it, man. Okay. Root resin. I mean, it's not even anything super fancy coming in here. I don't, like, on walls like this, I wouldn't expect there to be any sort of, like, secret interaction stuff. Alright. Because I'm cheap. We're gonna top off our heal. I still don't know what that symbol is underneath our stamina bar. We'll have to figure that out. But I'm wondering if the Catacombs grave glovewort. I mean, I assume all of these things are just more crafting materials. That's the herba. I was wrong. What are you? Where's the glovewort thing that I just picked up? Strengthen ashes to +1. So there was something mentioned as one of the items that you can pick for character creation about ashes. Strengthen ashes to +1. So is that something maybe in regard to okay, locked by some contraption. And that has the picture of the tree. So maybe that's that Erdwort or whatever he was talking about. But maybe ashes are something to do with like spells and incantation type stuff. Maybe that determined, like that's a way to increase. I hear somebody. He's up there. These are 100% like thralls. You're dropping frames down in there. All right. Brave Violet. More of the glove work. So it seems like the ones that have a number next to them indicate a little bit differently. So maybe it's like if it has a number next to it, that means that it's an upgrade material, and if it doesn't have a number next to it, then it's something standard. Oh, fun. So there's a whole ow! Ow! Alright. Well, I guess he decided to actually drop down and chase me. So after this finishes, gotta sprint down to the right. Oh boy. Okay. Multiple options. I think we're gonna go forward to begin. Prattling plate hello. So is this like the hello, like throw it on the ground thing for multiplayer? Arms, legs, talismans, info. So where would it be? Is it down further? Oh, there it is. Hello. And then I'm assuming that's just like it infinitely emits a voice that says hello. Okay. Well. It's an item. But at least now we know that like that's the end of that. There's a little hallway up here to the right. We got a ladder. And then we've got whatever's back behind that. You got one of those gremlin dudes on the wall. Let's climb back up, because this might lead back to like that entry room that we were in. Gotta remember though that there's more down there in the catacombs. So, that's a statue. This is not. That is not a statue. You pieces of crap. Ow. Oh, interesting. Well, that tests that. I didn't lose health. Now I'm gonna fall off of this. Yeah, okay. I'm dead. I'm so very dead. Yep. Okay. So never trust that those are statues. 'Cause when I came up, it didn't move, it didn't look like anything. So I'm the idiot. I am definitely the idiot. Alright, so there were 2 in that room. We'll avoid them. There were none in this room. I guess this is the, like, summon pool thing. I guess we'll activate him in case we decide to play online on this character at some point. Alright, so bait the guy from up there as he comes down. We'll stay out of the way of the other one that, like, throws... I think the key is almost to, like, get them in an animation that you can, like, stagger them and just beat them down. So, like, this guy doesn't react. Ah, crap. The last swing didn't connect. A little bit spammy. A little bit spammy. But that's 2 of them. I don't think the second one jumped down I think the second one jumped down last time when I was in here, as opposed to before. So now if we get the timing right on these, we should be able to get back to where we died at the bottom. I also wonder if you can, like, bait them into the fire. I guess that answers that. Oh boy. I was a little bit slow, apparently. Okay. Well, now we should be able to get the jump on the first guy, because we know that he's not a statue, and just proceed to wreck his day. Yeah. Alright. That went a little more swimmingly. I was gonna say, I swear I hear another one of those suckers back there. Because it's like it's a classic bait of, like, okay, here's the one guy. Come in and hit him. Alright, that's 1 down, 1 to go. This guy's really into throwing knives. Is there anybody, like, up on the walls? Alright, so we're getting things for, like, upgrading these ashes. With the Spirit Calling Bell, you can use ashes to summon various spirits. Summoning typically consumes FP. You can only summon 1 type of spirit at a time. Okay, now I'm a little bit confused. So we've got... Where are these things? We have Wandering Noble Ashes. Summons 5 Wandering Noble Spirits. Okay, so these are our first set of ashes. I'm assuming that these are more than 1-time uses. But now we've got this, strengthen ashes to +1. Maybe there are different types of ashes? I don't quite understand the concept of upgrading them, but I'm sure at some point we will. Okay, so that seems to be the upstairs. So we should go back down and then go back by the fire. Alright, so that's how you do the quick slide. There's a guy on the wall. We just kind of have to throw ourselves in here and hope we don't get immediately sabotaged. Also spitting out to the left. Little visual thing. So there's 2 on the wall and there's 1 there. Okay. There's more than that. I've made a grave mistake. Okay. Oh, what? Does that become an elevator then? But no, it doesn't go anywhere. Okay, so I made the mistake. I only saw 3 of them. Turns out there's like 6. So that's fun. Okay. I'm thinking that like if we can bait them and then get the timing to match up with like the with the fire, we can maybe kill them that way. Seems like it would be an easier thing than taking them all on at once. Alright, so that's 1. There's a second one. To get him to like drop down here and then... So I just didn't want, yeah, I didn't want to ricochet off of that. So that's 2. It sounded though like when we went through the fire here, another one died. So is there one in this room? There he is. So it's not that... Okay, so it's not that one followed me from there last time. The sucker was on the wall in here. Gotcha. So we'll make a pit stop here. We're a little bit off on that timing, to be quite honest. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then there was like 5, 6. Maybe just 5, or there's one on the wall that I can't see. Did that not trigger the other ones? Seems odd. Okay. Well, that's 2 of 5. This is the ambush, because those both jump down when you attack him. So can I jump attack you? Ow. Alright, well, that didn't quite work. What if I jump up on this? Now what? Maybe you can trigger some of the other ones? Just a little bit perplexed here. Ow. So he gets a drop attack on me. Doesn't really seem fair. Just gonna take your butterfly. Whiffed on this guy a couple times. So got a smithing stone from him. Because we haven't killed all of that type of enemy in the area, we didn't get health back. Okay, so I think we got, yeah, we got Smoldering Butterfly, which we had already had a couple of. Strengthens Renowned Ashes. So there's ashes, there are ashes and Renowned Ashes. These ones, I guess they're just normal ashes. But there are also, it says Ashes of War. Sorceries, incantations, Ashes of War. But it looks like we can lower these guys and raise them. I don't quite know how we did that. So if you hit them, you lower them. There's something for lowering all of them? There's none up there. Although I'm wondering if one of them being raised takes you up somewhere. That's the one thing that I'm interested in. So what? This was the first room. These are all the rooms down here. And then was there more fire up top? Because if there was, then maybe we try and also maybe kill the rest of these guys to top off our flasks. What, there were these two guys, and then there's like two guys down this hallway. So you get this guy, and then the other one. But that was all there was for fire. Ow. It's like I knew it was coming, but just not quite enough preparation. Oh, right, because there were some back in the beginning by where we spawn in. Okay. Oh, wait. This is a platform that I haven't gone on yet. Somewhere a heavy door has opened. Okay, so this is an in-between platform. Somewhere a heavy door is opened. I don't see anything in here. Let's go back to earlier. Oh, there's the door. Nice. Okay, so we managed to get that open. There wasn't fire early, but there were these guys. Ah, gosh darn it. Nothing when you miss the, nothing when you miss that first hit. Okay, well, we didn't get any flashback from killing those guys, so let's just, since we're back here, we'll rest at the site, and then we can go in where we opened up that door with the tree on it. I feel like I'm making a mistake going into the catacombs out the gate here, but I don't know if it's like the catacombs are the way that, oh good, we found the boss fight. I don't know if the catacombs are the way that lead to this is interesting. Got a cat with the sword and a fiery tail. I'm just hoping that there are no like ads that come in and wreck our day. What the heck? Alright, we seem to do less damage. Ow. Aha, how? What are you? I've made a mistake. Yep. What is this boss? It's like so oddly rigid. Oh, it's got such a quick attack. Fire attack, okay. Seems like you just have to stay at range from that. My goodness, man. I'm wondering if like running away is just like the key. So that has like an aftershock kind of hitbox. Also seems like you can kind of chain these attacks together. All right, so we're out of heals. Oh, he's got like crazy tracking. Okay, you can break pillars. Oh, okay, so that one has like a... It's so weird. The like... And we're like just making it into like the phase 2. It doesn't seem like there's necessarily like a weak spot on the backside. But man, the rigidness of the boss is like really throwing me for a loop. Cause he like just kind of, it's like a weird thing that just kind of creeps up and stares at you. And then suddenly like hits you with a really big attack. And you're like... The one overhead attack seems to have really good tracking. Like it just... It follows you so... this one. So you can't run it. That's what I wanted to see. Seems like that one you can just outrun. Not quite sure what triggers that yet. It's too close. Also, stamina is definitely regenning faster than whatever was going on with that fight we had with the octopus when it spat on us. But I didn't see a status effect for that, so I was still a little bit perplexed. Man, that's so fast. That one's a little bit slower than the, like, standing one that he does here. Seems like when he floats, you can kind of, like, run back in and bait the next one. It looks like after 3, he might be done. No direct follow-up out of that. At least not yet. I tried to get the roll. Alright, I'm gonna top off. Try and play it safe. It's 2. Okay, so it doesn't seem like the fire breathing is like an opening. Seems like you can get quite a few attacks in there. Alright. Fire breathing. Let's try and get to a more open spot. 1, 2, 3 attack. That's what it seems like. It's like a 3-step. Gotta be careful with getting in too close here. Seems like leaving him at range is good. 2. Okay. I thought he was gonna go for another one of the floating ones. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna top off, because we've got him pretty low. I think we're in a good spot with this. I'm gonna just keep playing him at range. Get him stuck on that. Okay, got a little too close. Does get stuck on the pillars floating here a bit. There's the fire. I think if we can just wait until he does the big attack that he steps 3 times into, we'll be in a good spot. That was the slow one. 1, 2, 3. Alright. Seems like that's like the big attack that you can punish. No, it said enemy felled here too, and that's what it said to the guy in the middle. So maybe enemy felled is just the thing that it says for bosses. Summons 5 wandering noble spirits, summons noble sorcerer spirit. So they cost FP, but I guess they're like NPC summons that you can use for fights. This is the return to entrance. So these are the roots to the tree up top, I guess. And it seems like you can't, it's odd because there's blood here with the people trying to get onto the tree. But you can't proceed past, so it seems like you just go back to the start. All right. So we've got a few bosses done. I suppose we should get out of the catacombs and go back from whence we came. So now we've got... Alright, I'm gonna go back first. Rest. And then we'll proceed back out into the open. So I think if we go back to that, like, main road, we're probably gonna be on track for going to that castle. It would also be nice if we could get, like, we found a blacksmith table, right? I think even if we did just upgrade our weapon a little bit, it would go a pretty long way. The weird thing is, like, we don't have a way to actually, like, level yet, which is really, really odd. But I'd have to imagine that that's, like, on the way. So let's go over to this road and properly, like, follow it, because I think that's gonna get us where we want to go. And we've got 9,500 runes, beaten a couple of bosses. We haven't lost the full set yet, so I think if we can make our way along the path and we can finally, like, find, you know, what we're looking for, that'll be good. And maybe if we beat some enemies like this, you know, maybe they'll drop us a weapon that we can use. Got a guy over there. I think so long as we don't... Oh, here we go. As long as we don't, like, tread too closely. Like, he's over by a fire. Like, we might be able to just sneak up on him. The same way that we just snuck up on this deer looking right at us. There's a fire up there. Another cave. We can sneak up and backstab this guy. Leave that guy alone. Check out the cave. Maybe what I'll do, instead of going... Well, let me see here. Does this cave actually, like, go deepen in? It does. Alright, I'm gonna save this cave for later, so I think what we'll do is we'll actually... What are the different markers? Oh, I don't remember when I put a marker down before. Okay, so Groveside Cave, I'm gonna put a marker down on it just to kind of indicate that I need to come back to it. Because I do want to... I want to get through the first, like, quote-unquote proper part of this. You know, and manage to actually, like... I want to start leveling. I want to be able to improve our character. Because I think once we have that settled, then I'm completely okay with going and doing all this side exploration. Alright, so we're a little bit still right of the path. I'm not so sure what's going on with that whistling up there. That's somebody who sees us? Also, what? The cave we were in, it had roots to the tree, but are they roots of that tree that just spread all the way out to the catacomb? That seems a little bit distant, but... Well, I've kind of come up on this guy in the wrong way. I don't really want to alert. So maybe we'll do a long sneak back and around. I straight up almost just walked right out into that guy. At least if we go around, like, if we can avoid alerting everybody in the area to us, that'll hopefully go a long way. Because I just don't know if we start going in loud, like, are they all gonna flock to us and then we've got to start 1v2ing, 1v3. Like, that guy's looking the other way and he's got no idea. Bolt and Kukri. There's a guy back there, but this guy's facing the other way, so we'll take him out. More bolts. More of these ruin fragments. Is there the upgrade up here? Is that why it's making that sound? Nope, there you are. Oh, it's like, there's like a... I don't know, this one's different. There are both Crimson and Cerulean Teardrop Scarabs. Defeat them to replenish the flasks that match their type. Okay, so that guy was just to replenish. I thought it was another one of those ones that, like, dropped our, rune... Or not rune upgrades, but, like, weapon upgrade material. That's what I thought it was. Alright, so... Warthogs are aggressive. Got it. Got it. So now we're a little bit out to the right of the road, which is fine. Check out these ruins here. It looks like we might have a merchant. No, actually, it looks like a whole encampment of these guys that we're gonna have to fight. And then there's a gate there. They're probably all soldiers from that castle. If I had to guess. So this is the road. This is just a statue, I guess. Okay. So we're gonna have to be a little bit sneaky here, or else we're gonna get ourselves caught in a predicament. So can we sneak up on this guy? There's a guy over there. We might be able to sneak around behind. Good. Good. Godric Soldier Gauntlets. Okay, so I'm just gonna camp out here. I don't think anybody knows about us. So these are slightly weaker overall, same weight. Better against slash and pierce. Worse against lightning. Worse against lightning, better against holy. Says it's worse against physical overall, but I'm actually gonna switch to him. Same weight, but it seems like it's a little bit better. There's resistances, but this has more poise, and those ones have more immunity and robustness. I think I'm gonna play to the strengths of physical combat right now. We've had a little bit of interaction with like fire and bleed and stuff, but alright, so Gatefront Ruins. We're clearly going through the gate then to the castle, but I want to check this out. Got a couple of soldiers around. We might not be able to go this way. And they've got a dog. Or like a wolf. Okay, so maybe the course of action is sneaking in the way that we just came and had killed the one guy. There's an item there. Dude's resting. That guy's got a horn. So he's gonna like sound the alarm on us. Okay. We're gonna kill that guy and then hide. Those guys up there know nothing. Got a guy with a spear. Guy with a horn. Is he gonna know, like, is he gonna say something about the dead body? He's going the other way. They're all on other sides of their patrol. Alright. So he seems like the guy that would have alerted or been the highest threat of alerting. We'll go and loot his body later. Will the guy over there see me if I come up and backstab this beefy boy? I feel like he might. What I'm gonna wait and try and do here, I think, is see what this guy's patrol route looks like, and then there's a guy straight ahead coming back towards me. So what we might end up doing is if we can synchronize these, that I can go straight ahead and kill that guy, and maybe loop around to the far side. Oh no, okay, so they're on like desync schedules. So maybe what we do get into these bushes. Feel like that guy's gonna see me. Could also sneak across. No, there's the guy with the wolf. If we can take down this guy, I think it's a risk worth taking. Of like that guy over there seeing me, because this guy is way stronger. Oh boy. Alright, well I'm just gonna drag him here away from everybody else. So at least that way I don't get ganked. So even the backstab was not strong enough, which I guess is not surprising. Maybe chain the backstabs a little bit. Alright. That's a big one to take down, and I don't know. Nobody else seemed to come with, so I don't think that I triggered that other guy, his range of sight seemed to be fairly limited. We'll get him going the other way. Sneak back into position here. And then I think when this guy loops back around, no, he's still going the other way. So maybe what we do is we'll just wait here. Ooh, okay. So you can find like map fragments that expand your knowledge of the map. Okay, cool. That's really nice then. So we'll start to get more detailed stuff on the map, be able to see where we want to go, and it's not just about locations discovered, there's more to it. I don't know if you can like run sneak and not get found, so I'm not really gonna mess with it. There's another guy up here that I kept seeing. Okay, so here's that guy. Just hide in these bushes, you know, very discreet. There's definitely no way he could possibly spot us. As I say, and I think his patrol route kind of goes back here. Okay. We got another guy here at the carriage. I'm taking a risk because I don't know what's on the other side, so. Alright, nobody else at the carriage. Everybody seems to be dead on this side. Ooh, hello. Frida, bring me my flail. Okay. So we've still got a couple of guys on guard over in this quadrant. So I think we're gonna need to come back through here. It looks like there's a guy resting up there as well. So maybe what we'll do is we'll just quick grab this. These couple of bolts. There should be a route where we can get to that guy's backside. Yeah, I will say for me not being great at like sneaking, this is going all right. All right, so that guy is gonna have to get blindsided from behind, and then we probably have to fight that other guy normally. So let's take this around. And then maybe we can come in this way? Or is this back out to the... Okay, that's in front of him. Seems like we can sneak. Okay. So man and his wolf are on route back and forth in the middle. So if we can maybe get them when they turn around, kill the guy to the right, then we can maybe go back and kill the guy to the left before they turn back. And then we gotta try and... The wolf is gonna be the hard part, because theoretically he should have a heightened sense. Oh, great. Does that trigger the enemy to come with? That's what I'm trying to figure out. My item is up there. Seems like they've got a weird, like, aggro range, though. Because the wolf... Yeah, now he's pacing. But it was like he didn't want to engage directly. So is this just like investigation mode? Like nobody's actually able to see me from 10 feet away? Huh. Super weird. There we go. Alright. Alright. Well, now we've done it. Trying to see if I can get this guy to, like, drop his shield on me. Alright, well, we went the loud route for the rest of this area. I don't know if, like, breaking all of these things is gonna ever give us anything, but I guess it's worth a try. Like, look at the power of that roll. Just completely wreck it. The man on a horse. Is he another one of those guys that we fought earlier? Not really up for that right now. Kind of want to make progress. Kind of want to make progress. Alright, so it seems like everybody's dead. Is this like a hiding place? Is that what it is? Like you roll in here and then you hide? We got the loot from the caravan. So I guess now there's just like this front left part of it. Actually, let's take a look at the map real quick, because I want to see what kind of details are given. Okay, so there's like small indicators of what's going on. It said West Limgrave map. There's got to be others. Like if the one map is gonna give us that much detail, there's just gotta be more to it. Also, maybe this is the dragon thing from earlier about far to the east. Front ruins. So we're gonna go through the gate, and then I guess through the gate you can go either left or right. We're gonna go left because we know that we're going up the cliffside. All of the... Are we taking too long that all the graces are coming out to tell us how to go? I should check inside of like all of these, because maybe one or two of them will have something for us. We got that guy. What if we go up and around to the left? Like, is there a way to sneak on in here? Wreak some havoc? Alright, so what? We've got one dude kind of crouching about, and then the other one, so seems like the best course of action is to come from around in the middle area. What are you? What? chamber lies under the ruins. Well, thanks, game. Alright, well now I know that there's something to look for here. I would have completely missed that. I don't know, it's one of those things. Do you want to know or not? Like, yes, but also no. Okay, that should have another treasure on it. Maybe we'll go there first. Because then we'll also prevent him from, like, sneaking up on us if we go around the other way. Boop. Right in the butt. Alright. So we got a flail from the last one. Is this going to be another weapon? Lord Sworn's Greatsword. So presumably a two-handed weapon? Oh, wow. It uses, FP. Oh, the FP must be for the, special attack. So what if you replace this? We'd still be at a medium load. We'd have to wield it with both hands. It's way stronger. It's just gonna be... Do I want to be going with a two-handed weapon? It doesn't have a roll poke. Just locked into my attacks a little bit more. I think I'm gonna stick with the longsword, unless maybe we encounter a situation where, like, high amounts of damage and, like, down in the Catacombs, that weapon probably would have been pretty good. Instead of doing those three-part attacks, we could just do a singular attack with that and probably get a fair amount of damage in. Getting a lot of ruin fragments, but still yet to do anything with them. They lie beneath the ruins. I'm just like, I'm wondering if we're gonna uncover like a staircase or what kind of situation. Alright, so there's a grace up here. I'm just gonna touch it. I don't want to reset this area. I want to go back and explore. Since it says about ruins. Golden rune, okay, so monies. Still not seeing anything about. But maybe it's in like a slightly obscured location. Killed these guys. Something like this feels like it would be too out in the open anyway. You can just break that. More runes. I'm just expecting there to be like a gate or something. Not a gate, but like a trap door, maybe? Interesting that it's got like these sets of really small wheels below. Yeah, so that's all guiding us in direction. It's interesting, though, that it's flowing from over there, like, down this road. I'm gonna just check. Feels like it would be weird to have a grace on both sides of this, but I guess that is a thing. Okay. Maybe just to make it simpler going in either direction. Right. So they do make it very easy at times, at least so far, to see where some of these graces are. But there may be some hidden ones as we go forth. Alright, so this was like the most heavily guarded portion of the ruins. So you would almost expect this to be the area in which there's an entrance. But I have yet to see anything of the sort. Those are some big ass bat things. I have no idea what they are. But it almost would be in something like this, like just like a little alcove would then have a stairwell down. I like don't want to get into a fight with one of those, but I have a feeling that it might come. Yep, there it is. Ow, 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 ow. Jeez. Of course, it's the bats at night that are gonna get me, not the whole group of soldiers. Hey, would you look at that? Where the heck? I don't understand. Okay, so when I'm like looking for it, I can't find it, but with the whetstone knife, you can use ashes of war to grant your armaments new skills at sites of grace. An armament can only have one skill. Any skill it previously had will be removed. An armament's type determines what skills it can have. Some special armaments have a unique skill and cannot be granted new ones. With a whetstone knife, you can use that to add affinities. Okay, I was like, this is pretty much the same thing I just read. This way you can alter an armament's attack affinity, boost attributing scaling, and more. Armament's type determines what affinities it can have. Some special armaments, like those with unique skills, cannot be granted new affinities. So we got Storm Stomp. We've got the whetstone knife. So the whetstone knife is a key item. Yes? Okay. And then are these gonna be single use? I don't know if this is single use. Grants affinities and skills to an armament. So is that like, skill stomp is going to overwrite the square off that this has, and like this has stamp with upward cut, so maybe you can like customize your weapon to have a particular weapon art? Or I guess they call them affinities. All right. So it was just right here. So we kind of came in and we're going around and it's back here. Okay. Okay, so that makes sense why it was the most heavily guarded thing, because that's the actual piece that we care about. The map was surprisingly just kind of out in the open. So we should be able to proceed from here, rest up, and then we'll be able to head on up towards the castle. Ooh, and sitting at this one actually triggered a cutscene? unexpected. Are you gonna let me level? A lady who rides horses? Named Torrent? I guess just horse named Torrent.
Greetings.
Greetings, hi.
Traveler from beyond the fog. I am Melina.
Oh, we get a whole face. I thought she was gonna stay veiled the whole time.
I offer you an accord. Have you heard of the Finger Maidens?
No.
They serve the Two Fingers, offering guidance and aid to the Tarnished. But you, I am afraid,
So are you my maiden?
are maidenless. I can play the role of maiden, turning runes into strength to aid you in your search for the Elden Ring.
Finally. Finally.
You need only take me with you to the foot of the Erd Tree.
Wait, I'm not yet? Yes.
Then it's settled. Summon me by grace to turn
To
runes
take you to the
into
foot of the
strength.
Erd Tree? So is that like end goal? Or I can't level
Ah.
it until then?
Another matter. I bequeath to you this ring.
Is it the Elden Ring? GG, game over? Spectral Steed Whistle. Oh.
Use it to traverse great
So now we
distances.
have access to Torrent.
It will summon a spectral steed
Nice.
named Torrent. Torrent has chosen you.
He's not your horse?
Treat him with respect.
Or are you giving him to me? Feels like Torrent just kind of betrayed. Feels like Torrent just sort of betrayed her. It was like, you know what? I like this guy better. Just met him, but I've got a good feeling. You know, he showed up dead in this cave. Should be a good guy. The Ashes of War menu, you can use Ashes of War to grant skills and affinities to your armaments at sites of grace. An armament can only have one skill. Any skill it previously had will be lost. By adding an affinity, you can alter an armament's attack affinity, boost attribute scaling, and more. Armament's type determines what skills and affinities it can have. Okay, so the skills... Armament can only have one skill. So the skill must be like the weapon art replacement, but the affinity is like you can change the scaling of it. So it's like the way that gems worked in the Souls game. Okay. So right now, not really tinkering with that. And I think we'll wrap this up here. We'll level up at the start of the next episode. Next part. I don't really know what to call them. But I think we'll level up at the start of that and proceed into the castle. Pouch. Can quick sip. Yeah, okay, yeah. So there's like extra hotkeys. So almost at the 4-hour mark. We'll wrap it up here. And I'll see you guys back for the next one. Thanks for watching.